Luna. You're so adorable. Hello friends. I want to talk to you today about some big changes that I'm going through right now. Lou and I have decided to consciously uncouple. We just decided that our future paths no longer align and we want to separate amicably. So the other huge news is that Lou has decided she wants to go back to the UK for a bit, perhaps indefinitely. It's all a little bit unclear at the moment. She's going through some personal growth and just doesn't know where she wants to live. But we have decided together that the best thing is that Luna goes with Lou. So this is obviously pretty heartbreaking for me, having to say goodbye to my gorgeous little fur ball. But it's a decision that wasn't easy. I think it's the best thing for little Luna to go with her mum. Like, Lou loves Luna immensely. I know that she'll be well taken care of, well loved. And Lou has family back in the UK that she can stay with in Wales and in Scotland. So, you know, it's difficult, but that's what's happening. So Luna's going on a nice little adventure with mummy. There's some big changes for daddy too. The void left behind with Lou and Luna gone has made me question whether I can justify living here. I mean, I love living in this apartment. It's like a little Zen garden for me. But with Luna and Lou, it's like it's a home. Without them, it's just like a rather large, expensive apartment. And as much as I'm emotionally attached to this place, like so much so with like Martine as the landlady, she's so wonderful. I just have to be realistic, and there's some big changes happening right now, and I don't know if I can afford to live here on my own. The difficult thing, obviously, that it's kind of perfectly adapted to suit my needs as a wheelchair user, and it was perfect for us, as a family. When we first moved here, things were so different. I had just asked Lou to marry me, and we were so happy together. We thought this place was perfect. But yeah, I'm gonna get married to the love of my life, and she's really special. So I had just come out the other side of an immense mental health struggle, coming to terms with my disability. Low, and I was just like, I've made my mind up. I'm gonna kill myself. That's how I felt. And everything just seemed too good to be true. And for a while they were. Lou was happy growing veg in the veg garden and picking flowers, and I was just so content playing fetch with Luna in the garden. It's such a peaceful, wonderful place. Despite the digging that's going on outside at the moment, normally it's absolutely beautifully, wonderfully peaceful. It's such a stark contrast from our previous apartment. The landlady and the neighbours were unfriendly, to say the least. But this whole combination with the neighbours, to like having a new place to move into, a new start, some really insightful experiences with plant medicine, some really wise words that like hit me at just the right time. And again, this whole realization that I don't want my old life back, I want to start a new life. Then proposing to my girlfriend and her saying yes. But a lot changed last year, the whole world changed. It was a crazy time. Things changed with us. It's been difficult, but we've grown apart. It's becoming more obvious that we're on different paths, and to stay together and try to force it to work would make us even more unhappy than we've been recently. So one thing that's really important to me is that people know what an important role Lou has played in my life. She was and is the love of my life. We're gonna remain friends for life, I'm sure. We've decided to uncouple on really good terms, and she stuck with me through the toughest times, helped me out of the toughest mental struggles that I've ever been through, and I owe her my life. Anyway, when people look at me, they see me in the wheelchair and it's like obvious the trauma that I've faced. I have a very visual disability. When people see Lou, it's much less obvious, but the trauma she's faced has been immense. Like, since the accident, even more than me, perhaps. Her trauma isn't on show like mine, but she is my hero. I love her. I owe her my life. She was there for me when I was desperate and suicidal. She's shown me love that I never thought was possible. And she has suffered so much as well since the accident. I don't want to go into the details of Lou's mental health struggles, but she's been there every step of the way with me. I know this channel is like documenting my journey through, you know, becoming a wheelchair user, becoming paraplegic since the accident. But for those of you that haven't seen all the earlier videos, Lou's been there with me every step of the way, and she's such a hero, you know, and she deserves so much recognition and praise for all that she's done. She's way more camera shy these days, and she doesn't feature so much in the videos that I make. But I want people to know that we raised Luna together, you know, we trained her and raised her together as a couple, you know, and for one of us to get sole custody of Luna is horribly unfair, but life's not fair, you know. The decision wasn't easy, and I know that for some of you watching, this is going to be terribly upsetting for you, because I know that some of you are like incredibly invested in this story, and I just want you to know that we both think it's the right thing for Luna. So now I'm in this wonderful position of being completely aware of what's to come. Although it's pretty overwhelming, I get to be fully present with Lou and Luna, because every hug or every game of fetch is one last time I might get to do that. I try and think of it like a gift, to be aware of these moments with a certain level of clarity. Take a moment to think about all the things that you will experience for the last time. Of course, there'll be a day when we will have experienced everything for the last time. But long before we die, there'll be many things that we experience for the last time. Many of these experiences we take for granted. For example, recently Lou and I went out on our kayak, and it occurred to me that this stood a very good chance of being the last time I'll ever be in the kayak with Lou and Luna. It made the moment a little bit bittersweet, to be honest, but it was still really precious and exquisite. I wanted to savor it and take it all in.
Whoa! I'll go get it.
So there's a girl over there who's not very good at standing on her paddleboard, and I said, that girl's not very good at standing up, is she? And then Lou said,
neither are you. No
funny. A very similar example was that we went on a bike ride in Tonon recently, and again that stood a very good chance of being the last time that we did that. But I was aware of it, and I was tried desperately to savor it, to cherish it, to hold on to it, but everything's temporary, and the day passed like they all do. One day I'll play fetch with Luna for the last time. Each time we do something, pleasant or unpleasant, is one final time we'll do it. And there will come a time when you'll do something for the last time, and you'll rarely know when that is. When's the last time you swam in a lake like Luna? Or rode a bike? Or stopped to smell the flowers? Or told someone you love them? Luna, I love you. Truth is, we do everything a finite amount of times, and sometimes even the beautiful things we take for granted. And sometimes we're just trying to get through stuff just to get to the end of whatever experience we're having. But I'm in the privileged position that I get to realize that my time with Luna and Lou has an expiry date, and it's looming, and I get to be as present as possible. How much attention Luna is paying to the stick. I think attention is our true source of wealth, even more so than time, because we can waste time being distracted. But if you're fully present in the moment and you enjoy and experience life and all the exquisite, beautiful, bittersweet moments, then I don't think it's a waste at all. And remember, you get another day to live on this earth, and they're not guaranteed. So enjoy it.